KCRA-TV, Channel 3, Sacramento.
Channel 3 Reports, where people make your news come first, with Bob Whitten, Mary Richardson, Pete Liebengood Sports, and Tom Duhane Weather. Now here's Bob Whitten.
It should have been an all-around pleasant day for California's former governor, Ronald Reagan.
It's 11 p.m. and you're watching KCRA-TV, where the news comes first. With Robert Hadlock, Carol Bland, weather with Barry Brown, John Mallos on sports, and Northern California's #1 news team. This is Channel 3 Reports.
At the top of the news, a fire aboard a Soviet submarine carrying nuclear weapons.
You're watching KCRA-TV, where the news comes first. Home of Live Copter 3, Live Satellite 3, and Northern California's #1 news team. This is Channel 3 Reports.
At the top of the news, it may be all over. It was a severe setback today for the nomination of Judge Robert Bork to the U.S. Supreme Court.
You're watching the 6:30 news on KCRA-TV, where the news comes first. With Tom Duhane, Beth Ruyak, weather with Shelley Monahan, Bob Hogue on sports, and Northern California's #1 news team. This is the 6:30 news.
The national...
It's 11 p.m. and you're watching KCRA-TV, where the news comes first. With Robert Hadlock, Carol Bland, weather with Barry Brown, Creighton Sanders on sports, and Northern California's #1 news team. This is Channel 3 Reports.
At the top of the news, the strike is on.
It's 5 p.m. and you're watching KCRA-TV, where the news comes first. This is Channel 3 Reports.
At the top of the news tonight, it's a new campaign to get you to give up this.
Junior.
You're watching KCRA-TV, where the news comes first. This is Channel 3 Reports.
Topping the news tonight, just what we needed. Most of all, to begin this new year, an honest-to-goodness winter storm, a storm that is bringing real rain to the Central Valley and snow to the Sierra.
It's 5 p.m. and you're watching KCRA, Channel 3, where the news comes first. With Stan Atkinson, Margaret Belly, meteorologist Rick Griffin, and Walt Gray with sports. This is Channel 3 Reports. It's 6:30 p.m. and you're watching KCRA Channel 3, where the news comes first.
Nearly a year after last October's Loma Prieta earthquake, emergency response planners and scientists are about to distribute millions of earthquake safety guides.
Live from KCRA-TV, Channel 3, where the news comes first. Stan Atkinson, Carol Bland, This is Channel 3 Reports, live at 10 p.m.
You're looking at our exclusive live Doppler radar tracking this newest storm. Will it mean more flooding or just enough to get your feet wet? You'll hear the very latest coming up next on Early Edition.
Today's rain was just an appetizer. The main menu yet to come. Also ahead, Consumer Reports takes the fear out of car shopping. Find out how to negotiate the best deal and get the lowest price in a live report.
Yeah, an elephant makes a big poop. A mouse takes a tiny poop.
You heard right. It's part of a series of books that is selling like crazy. Do they help parents explain things to young kids? Good afternoon, I'm Kelly Brothers.
And I'm Sarah Gardner. Channel 3 reports the Early Edition next.
It's 4:30 p.m. and you're watching KCRA-TV, where the news comes first, with Kelly Brothers and Sarah Gardner. Weather with Shelley Monahan, home of Michael Kidd and Live Copter 3, and Northern California's #1 news team. This is Channel 3 Reports.
Rain started falling in Northern California this morning, and this may be just the beginning.
Good morning. It's 5 a.m. and you're watching KCRA-TV, where the news comes first, with Steve Bunnell and Lisa Breckenridge. Weather with Angela Buckman, home of Live Copter 3 and Northern California's #1 news team. This is Channel 3 Reports.
Troops from Northern California are back home this morning, settling in with their families. This after being away quite some time doing their part in the conflict in Kosovo.
It's 4:30 p.m. and you're watching KCRA-TV, where the news comes first, with Kelly Brothers and Sarah Gardner. Weather with Shelley Monahan, home of Michael Kidd and Live Copter 3, and Northern California's #1 news team. This is Channel 3 Reports. You're watching KCRA-TV, where the news comes first, home of Live Copter 3 and Northern California's #1 news team. This is Channel 3 Reports.
California troops called to the conflict in Kosovo come back home tonight. This as Serbian troops retreat, bringing the bombing campaign to an official close. Hello, everyone. I'm Ron Jones.
And I'm Edie Lambert.
From Northern California's news leader, you're watching KCRA-TV, where the news comes first and home of Live Copter 3. This is KCRA-3 Reports at 5.
Down to the wire and down to the last minute, the charge is on for Democrats in Iowa. The cost of security, California's National Guard says it's getting too expensive to guard the Golden Gate Bridge. And they have faced tremendous hardship. Now an anonymous angel is giving 9 kids without parents a new start in life. Good evening, I'm Edie Lambert. KCRA-3 reports at 6 o'clock next.
Live from Northern California's news leader, you're watching KCRA-TV, where the news comes first and home of Live Copter 3. This is KCRA-3 Reports at 6.
It's a dead heat and down to the last minute in Iowa.
Live from Northern California's news leader, you're watching KCRA-TV, where the news comes first and home of Live Copter 3. This is KCRA-3 Reports.
Finally,
you're watching KCRA-3, where the news comes first. Now, KCRA-3 reports at noon. Live from the KCRA-3 Experience at Arden Fair Mall.
We're back at the KCRA-3 Experience inside the Arden Fair Mall. Nice of you to join us as we start another week broadcasting the news at noon. I'm Walt Gray.
And I'm Eileen Javora.
You're watching KCRA-3 HD, where the news comes first, with Pamela Wu, Kevin Riggs, KCRA-3 Weather Plus meteorologist Dirk Verdorn, sports with Danny Pommels, and Live Copter 3 HD. This is KCRA-3 reports at 6 in high definition.
Well, it is certainly unorthodox.
Sacramento's biggest newspaper drops a bomb on the mayoral candidates.
Firefighters can use all the help they can get in the Santa Cruz Mountains. Today, the weather is providing it. Wind crews expect to have this fire contained.
And remembering the true meaning of Memorial Day, how the community is supporting one family whose son made the ultimate sacrifice. Good evening, I'm Pamela Wu.
And I'm Kevin Riggs. KCRA-3 reports at 6 in high definition starts now.
You're watching KCRA-3 reports at 6 in high definition, where the news comes first. This is KCRA-3 reports at 6 in high definition.
Well, it calls one candidate naive and another out of touch.
You're watching KCRA-3 News at 10 in high definition on KQCA.
You always know it's coming, but that doesn't stop the last-minute rush to the grocery stores.
KCRA-3 News begins now.
Your time now is 6:40.
KCRA-3 News continues.
Well, just a beautiful day to head to Lake Tahoe and see a few celebrities out there.
KCRA-3 News begins with a breaking news first alert.
A big traffic backup right now, I-5 southbound at J Street right in Sacramento.
KCRA-3 News begins now.
She was there to help care for inmates, but one of them turned on her. Now, prison officials are trying to figure out which one attacked a Folsom prison nurse. That nurse is now out of the hospital tonight.
KCRA-3 News continues.
Welcome back. We want to update you on our breaking news first alert out of Stockton, where police are investigating what could be a grenade.
KCRA-3 News begins now.
New information now on our breaking news first alert and a police investigation going on in Stockton where they're investigating the discovery of an explosive, possibly a grenade.
You're watching Northern California's most trusted news team. KCRA-3 News continues.
We want to update you now on our breaking news first alert.
I say it is time for us to come together as one united people.
President-elect Donald Trump calling for unity, but shortly after his victory was declared, protests break out across the West, including on the campus at UC Davis.
And we've a live picture for you from Lodi, where this massive fire is burning at a plastics recycling plant.
KCRA-3 News at 6 starts right now.
A Republican revolution has taken over Washington. Donald Trump will be our 45th president. GOP has control of Congress.
Dramatic twist in the battle over a new downtown arena. Who was revealed to be the man behind efforts to derail the King's new home? And what happens now? New developments overnight on the Amber Alert for 2 young children taken by parents who don't have custody. What we know about the children's location this morning. Fighting fires from outer space, how NASA's new technology is helping crews on the ground fight wildfires all across the country.
And waking up to a few clouds in our skies on this Saturday morning. It's a mild start for most of us. We'll take a look at the temperatures this morning and where they'll be for the afternoon coming up.
Good morning. It is Saturday, August 17th. I'm May Fasai. You're watching KCRA-3 Reports.
You're watching KCRA-3, where the news comes first. KCRA-3 News starts right now.
A good Saturday morning where the sun is shining.
Well, good morning to you. I'm Teo Torres.
I'm Lisa Gonzalez. You're watching KCRA-3 Reports at 7 a.m. on KQCA My 58.
You're watching KQCA My 58. KCRA-3 News at 7 on My 58 starts right now.
Well, the Sacramento Kings have a new owner.
You're watching KQCA My 58. KCRA-3 News at 7:30 on My 58 continues.
Live pictures from our Rayleigh Field Sky Camera on this Friday morning.
And I'm going to miss him so badly. We all are.
Remembering a loving son, brother, and hero, a Marine from Sacramento County is stabbed to death in San Diego. What we know about the gruesome killing.
Andrew, I know you could hear me. I love you, buddy.
An emotional tribute. A CHP officer who watched his partner die at the hands of an impaired driver describes what it was like to lose his friend, how the rest of his colleagues are remembering him. And the countdown is on. A test ball drop in New York ahead of the real deal. New Year's preparations in Northern California and around the world.
KCRA 3 News at 5 starts right now.
And we begin at 5 with the tragic death of a Sacramento County Marine. 21-year-old Ryan Harris was stabbed to death during a fight in downtown San Diego. It happened near a nightclub in the Gaslamp Quarter early yesterday morning.
Breaking news. Warehouse tragedy.
This is a devastating scene.
At least 9 dead, dozens missing in an Oakland inferno.
I started texting friends right away, like, oh my God, are you okay?
A desperate escape.
I had to let him.
A frantic search for loved ones.
If he's buried under there, I want to be able to get him out.
Now the heartbreak. Tonight, bombshells about the troubled building that never should have hosted a concert.
You're watching KCRA 3. We begin with breaking news.
And that breaking news is out of Oakland, where a fire ripped through a warehouse last night, killing at least 9 people. And you can see there the flames shooting from the building and the blackened frame left behind.
Where the news comes first. This is KCRA 3 News at noon.
Well, the 2018 Winter Olympics are getting underway. Thousands of athletes and fans from around the world have swarmed Pyeongchang, South Korea. While some of the competitions have already started today, the opening ceremony will actually take place tomorrow.
Now on KCRA 3.
Just like any other family, we lost a brother, and it's a hard thing.
A fire department in mourning. A father and longtime public servant killed in a crash. How his colleagues are honoring his life and dedication to the job.
Plus, deadly robbery more than 24 hours later. The search still on for the suspect. Why deputies need your help to find him.
And some more rain and snow heading towards Northern California. We're going to time that out for you and also take a look at just how much we can expect coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, just returning from overseas. An emotional reunion, how the Sacramento Kings helped a service member surprise his family for Christmas.
Where the news comes first. This is KCRA 3 News at 11.
First at 11, taken too soon. That's what family and friends are saying tonight about the Consumnes firefighter who died in a car crash on Highway 99.
You're watching KCRA.